just with a bit of inquiry, kind of just seeing how the body lands. I have this, just in the last day, this weird kind of tenderness on the inside of my heel. It was really bad yesterday. It's much better today. And I'm actually able to bring weight into it. So just notice what's happening. Just notice what's happening for you in the tripod of the foot. And when I say tripod of the foot, I'm referencing the center of the heel, the mound of the big toe, and the mound of the pinky toe. So not the tip of the pinky toe, but at the ball of the foot, the mound below that pinky toe, and the mound of the heel, and the mound of the big toe. And you can have your eyes open or closed. I'm going to close mine because I find it easier to move my attention that way. And move your attention into the right heel. And just notice how easy or difficult it is for you to move your attention into the right heel and for your attention to remain in the right heel. And then start to bring weight into the right heel. And we're not taking weight out of the other points, but we're bringing more weight into that right heel. And then we're going to take our attention into the mound of the right pinky toe. And notice I said we're going to take our attention there. So the weight isn't going yet. Once your attention is there, then let's bring the weight into the mound of the pinky toe. And then bringing our attention over to the mound of the big toe on that right foot. And bringing our weight into the mound of the big toe on the right foot. And there's still weight in the heel and the pinky toe, but there's more weight in the mound of the big toe. Let's bring our attention into the left heel. Weight hasn't moved yet. Now we're going to bring our weight into that left heel. Just kind of notice what your ankles and your knees, your pelvis, your shoulders, your jaw, your tongue does as you bring the weight into that left heel. And we're going to take our attention into the left pinky toe. And then we're going to bring our weight into that right pinky toe. You might be noticing it's trickier on some points to bring the attention, or it's trickier to bring the weight. And you're going to bring your attention to the mound of that left big toe. Just the attention to start. And then bring the weight. And just for the next few moments, play with moving your attention and then the weight into those points. So we're back now on the right heel, and you'll move to the right pinky and the big toe and then the left heel. You'll kind of go back and forth in this figure eight pattern for the next few minutes, moving your attention and then your weight. And just noticing what you notice. Maybe you notice that the weight helps the attention. Maybe that you notice that the attention helps the weight shift. Maybe notice there's a speed or a cadence with the movement of your attention and your weight that makes it easier, feel more effortless for you. There's no wrong way, we're just noticing. And then let that go. Let's take a few steps on the spot. And place the heels roughly under the sit bones. Just notice the weight across both of the feet. Just wiggle the toes. Okay, let's see if we can lift the big toes on both feet. And then leave the big toes down and lift the other 4 toes on both feet. Just notice where the weight goes in the tripods of each of the feet, and then let's let the 4 toes come down. And maybe your toes don't move, and that's okay. Just send that intention. Maybe if you bend the knees. Maybe if you soften the eyes. One more big toe, and then one more time the other 4 toes. Okay, and then just stand. Notice what you notice there. We're going to take our mini loop, probably a lighter weight one, and we're going to put it around our big toes. So the heels are going to be under our sitting bones. And then we're going to lift the ball of the foot and stretch the band so that there is some resistance on it. So your toes might not point straight ahead, depending on the tension. If your band is too loose, you could put a little twist in it. That'll take up some of the slack. So heels under the sit bones, and you lift up the ball of the foot, pull out so that there's some tension on the big toes. And quite easily, you might notice there's just naturally a little more pressure than maybe was a minute ago through the mound of the big toe with this rotation of that first metatarsal. And that mound of the big toe, it's known as the hallux. Okay? Now, let's reach across from that big toe mound and press equally into the pinky toe mound. So you might start to notice there's like some tone or some energy, or you just feel more clearly the medial arch of your feet. So going from the heel to the big toe mound, you might notice more through that longitudinal or transverse arch from big toe mound to pinky toe mound. And you might even feel that lateral arch a little more clearly. And again, start to shift the weight in that figure 8 pattern. Moving the attention into the right heel, and then the right pinky toe, and then the right big toe mound, and then attention into the left heel, and the left pinky toe mound, and the left big toe mound. And just move through one more time in that direction. Right heel, right pinky toe mound, right big toe mound. You might notice that the hips move to shift the weight, or that your shoulders move to shift the weight. And that's okay. See if you can do it in some way differently than how you noticed organically happens. Do you have another choice? Can you shift the movement from the ankle rather than from the hips? right? Can you shift the movement from the knees rather than the ankles or the hips? Can you shift the movement from the shoulder, the rib cage, the xiphoid? You know, where the xiphoid goes, where does the weight go in your feet? Yeah, just notice what you notice. Okay, we're going to take the band off. And just notice what you notice in standing. I feel a lot more energy kind of in the soles of my feet. They feel softer, but more sparkly. That's the only word that's coming to me.